Like,
and you said because of the heat, you're getting mad directions. I'm not even making this up.
What do you mean?
yeah, so I met, we met.
He had a very hard
my
week.
God.
Over 26.
This is
This is the Brunch Club. Over 26.
welcome back to
The mics are
Genius.
closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.
Umeanza tu kucheka.
Oh my gosh. What up? My name is Chaxy, the mastermind. Your main guy, the Lord Chaxy. The beautiful Mariah is around. Of course, the amazing Mwass is around. The whole gang is around. Episode 34, we are mic check.
Hey, that's all the energy you have.
Yeah. Yo, I'm struggling with my voice. Like,
tell.
clearly.
I can tell.
Second week in a row.
I can tell.
Now, if you didn't have your voice, you'd have recorded via text.
Imagine.
Yeah, me, actually, like, even if I lost my voice, I'd still show up. For
The
real.
subtitles.
you.
We'll
Yeah,
give you a prompt, and then you
subtitles,
just type your thoughts.
But yeah, damn, bro, I'm tired. Like, genuinely,
tired.
I'm tired. I think we're tired.
yeah,
I think you are.
I am tired, yeah.
Yeah.
But
we're just from a trip.
we just came from Ambrose, which was beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Uh-huh.
How
Mariah,
was your weekend?
how was your
I've been
weekend?
home watching classic black movies,
And enjoying your
enjoying my wine.
girlfriend allowance.
Classic black movies near Bonifon.
Oh no! Hey, oh my gosh, no!
Oh, my
So I caught up with the best man, holiday. I finished Dharma. Finally, then I also watched the conversation tapes, in conversation with Jeffrey Dahmer tapes. Then there's one, I just watched it today in the morning. Luckiest Girl Alive. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I've
What
been.
about the luckiest girl? Like,
Why are you guys talking about my
It's
girlfriend?
a very traumatic. It's a triggering movie though.
you wish.
Yeah.
It's about this lady, Mila Kunis. You guys know Mila Kunis,
You know
right?
Mila Kunis, yeah.
I
Yeah.
have no idea, bro.
What do you mean Mila Kunis?
Ashton Kutcher.
I know Ashton. I don't know.
She was with Ashton. Did you know the chick was with Ashton at some point?
Yeah.
Well, her. So this movie is about, like, she's going through some traumatic stuff. There was a school shooting, but before the shooting happened, this girl had been, like, gang raped by some boys in the school. So one of the guys who raped her, like, was shot by, like, they had been bullying guys in the school.
Okay.
So one guy, alikuwa amefanywa sijui nini, so this chick was gang raped by this gang. So this guy killed most of them, but only one survived. So he's been telling his story the way, this now Mila Kunis was one of the guys who were behind the school shooting.
Yeah.
But it's because she just never told her story that this guy raped her. But now she's a writer and she's really struggling in her relationships, rather because she's engaged.
Based like on
Not true story, but real life events, if that makes sense. Yeah, but it's a really, it's triggering, but it's a really nice movie.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think we get it straight into it. So today on Checkpoint we are discussing privileges or privileges. But then we're gonna break it into two.
Okay.
The second bit of it will come in a bit later.
Yeah.
But now we're beginning with the girlfriend allowance.
Basically, my last M-Pesa message. My last outbound
Your last
M-Pesa
outbound
was
message,
to the luckiest girl alive.
Yeah. Right, how much? So the thing is,
Yeah.
Mwass and I were discussing, and we're like, oh shit, it feels like not most, but some of our girlfriends are on girlfriend allowance.
allowances.
Like it's a thing.
Yeah.
And we know you are on a girlfriend allowance.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing for real.
It's a thing. Oh, by the way, my voice is gone and I cough. So,
Okay. What's the question?
Sorry, bro.
so yeah, how much is your girlfriend allowance?
Let's just say it depends.
With?
Depends on what.
So how much is it? How often does it come?
It depends.
And what? Yeah.
No, like, okay, I'll be honest though, because excuse me, because most of the time, like, I do my thing myself. So if I really
Which
need,
thing?
like, I take care of myself, like, I do my little things myself.
Okay.
So if I really need something, is when I'll ask.
So you're not on an allowance that comes
Not per
regardless?
se, but of course, certain to me, something small. So the least I get in a month is like 30, 40.
1,000 in a
Yeah.
month? Okay, I thought you'd say in a week or something.
No.
Bro,
So now if I need,
so when
like, now-
guys are being told you should get rich boyfriends, what happened to you?
No, he's yet. I don't know, man.
Chaxy, can you afford to have an allowance of 30K to someone every month?
Oh no.
Why?
And then what am I gonna use to do?
Dude, it's like
I'm giving you my
if you think of it in 30k, 40k, it sounds a lot.
Okay, I can.
But if you convert it to pounds and dollars, it's Niki Dogo.
It's true. Okay,
Like, it's
I'm just
very
saying now.
little.
So if I had the luckiest girl in the world,
Unluckiest girl.
So if I gave her 30k, say in a week, then she has to buy me alcohol.
Let me tell you.
Which is going to come to
that's a brilliant
20-something
plan.
K.
Because it's like, hey, babe,
Yeah.
let's go to Milan. And then you go like, Apa hivi tankareni how much? 7,000. Then you send her 7K. And then he says, you buy me alcohol.
Get
Two
out.
birds, one stone.
Yeah.
You've
Get
made your
out.
girlfriend happy and you've networked.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Sorry.
Paul, man.
And I've spent my networking expense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for real though, would I give an allowance? I don't know, man. I think I need to find a girlfriend first.
But
So the thing is, I'm gonna spoil my girl, but I don't think I'm going to have it every month.
and,
stipulated.
and for me, that's
But
the
I'll
thing.
probably spend even a lot more money on you. You know what I mean?
That's
So
the
now
thing.
I'm talking about like there's money being sent. Okay.
They're
For
still being
instance.
taken care of. And then there is like,
Yeah, because that's mine. Like that's what, like if you need to do your little things,
Yeah.
do with that. But if I need like some new hair and whatever, of course, it's still him who's gonna get the hair, and it's him who's gonna get the shoes and get the whatever.
Okay, so what are you using your money on?
Nyangu, what do you what do you need?
next time we go to Galitos, we're not paying.
Yeah.
Sawa.
No, actually, yeah. We have to spend your
have to
allowance.
spend
No,
Yeah.
nimekwambia this month sijapoa tumekosana.
Itabidi you
Okay,
make up.
that's-
You have to
No,
make up.
we just go.
Okay, you have to make up because as you want Galitos,
Yeah,
is
I
that too
want
much to
Galitos,
ask?
yeah.
This and then it
$10.
Okay, fake it.
He's Mariah,
$10,
he's Mariah times 2, so you can imagine. When he
my
wants to
God.
be petty, he takes it to like 90 notches higher. So
You guys deserve each other. Then
Yeah,
I
for
guess
sure,
those are Mariah
absolutely.
times two. I thought you were the ceiling.
nah.
But
Wow,
because
he's
like,
the fucking
like one of my
daddy.
close friends, she gets like around 50k a month. No, a week. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, she gets like around 50k a week.
Damn sis, who your boo?
No, for real. Like it's not even a joke.
Who
She
is
gets,
your
like, around
man? Can
50K
we
a week.
share?
That's a whole salon.
A week.
That's like a whole
a
salon.
freaking week.
Yeah.
Sioni kuna mtu anamkanga kwenda job kila siku alafu.
My goodness me.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
So she gets like around 50k, and then of course she still gets money here and there for
Yeah.
different things, you know.
Yeah.
One of the boyfriends is getting her range.
One of the boyfriends.
Yeah, she has two
Yeah.
boyfriends. But
Makofi kwako dada.
yeah, and the other boyfriend is getting her like an
I'm
apartment.
so happy you've clapped that way because that would have sounded really weird if it was just the other one.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh my God.
Listen,
But if-
me,
but if
I'm,
Mwass-
I'm for that one.
But if
See,
Mwass comes and talks about
milk
his two
and
girlfriends,
Maze,
Unaanza
all of a
kushoniwa,
sudden
yeah.
it's ba, 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 ba.
Nah, multiple
Yeah.
resources, honey. Get it.
yeah.
Get it.
Is anyone here in the crew giving out an allowance to their girlfriends?
Loki is about to jump out of the way.
Loki. But you've heard of girlfriend allowances? It's a real thing, bro. Like
Yeah.
most of okay, one of our other friends has an allowance from her ex up to date.
Dope.
Me, I need to.
Even me.
We'll discuss and figure out who these friends
They're
are.
two,
We know that.
kuna tu vijana. Hey.
Mimi nasema when they talk about pussy power, the double P, it's real, but also
Yeah.
I'm just like, just get a rich boyfriend. Honestly,
No,
like
but
even
still,
Mimi,
it's
I'm just
not,
like,
it's not even about a rich boyfriend, to be honest. Like, just find, okay, I don't mean to use this term, but let me just use it. Just find the one who's like who's a mumu for you. Like,
mumu, what a mumu is
someone
that,
who's
yeah?
dumb for you.
Oh.
That's just the goal. No, you don't even have to, because there are men who are balling out of control, but they would never buy anything
So
for the
basically,
girlfriends. Just find the one who's dumb
find someone
for
you
you.
can take advantage of.
that's
Perfect.
what I'm saying.
I thought she would destroy it, but yeah, I
Nah,
agree. Okay.
find the one who's dumb for you. Oh, babe, just, oh my God, babe. Oh, yes.
And they send money.
Yeah. Works every freaking time.
If I ever
Works.
received that voice note, yeah.
No, it's not
And you
a
send
voice
money,
note.
yeah, it's a call.
That's the biggest blunder. Don't make it a voice note. It always has to be a call.
Do you introduce?
And you don't make the call.
Do you make it straightforward, or do you introduce your
No.
problems and wait for like him to act on it?
No, it's okay. First of all, I have to wait for the boo to initiate the call. So he calls me first. Hey, babe, what's up? Yeah, I'm alright.
That's how he talks.
No. See, I'm imagining this is
I was
we're
like-
having the
No, he said he
conversation.
calls me and then you're like, hey, babe.
I need to know how you anchor that conversation.
So it's hey, so of course it's like, hey babe, how you doing? It's like, yeah, babe, I'm alright. What's going on with you? Yeah. All is all. But actually though, so I needed my hair. There's this week that I saw I need to get it. Do you think you can sort that out? Yeah, cool. All right, thanks, babe.
And when he says,
Then you
So
send,
if
then you
there's-
send a
if- yeah.
million thousand hearts with "I love you, baby, you're the best. Oh, thank you, God bless you, baby. I love you, I love you."
oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, someone said all women bring to the table is pussy and emojis.
You're evil. If I find the one who's down for
Yeah.
you, is or too small, stupid
Have you-
what
have
he
you-
says.
okay.
Nah.
Have you ever sent your boyfriend money?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Oi.
The one ule mwenye nilipiga sweep. That's the last one that I said I was never gonna send anything
Yeah.
to.
You sent how much?
Listen, if
And what for? Like, he asked
if-
for money
if-
or you just sent him money?
And that's the thing. Now you can understand Bona nilipiga kijana sweep because
We
you
still
can
can't
imagine I'm in
understand.
campus.
We still don't get
This
it. Still.
man would call me. Bear in mind he's a DJ, so you're earning money every week. But this man would call me even on a random Wednesday. You're asking me, a student, to send you like almost 3,000. You will not tell me for what and for why.
And you used to
My-
send?
Yeah, because my grandma used to send me cash literally every week.
Okay.
So I'd pinch some of that and namtupia.
Send it to him.
Yeah.
So you found someone who could take advantage of
But now you get what I mean. Just
get
find
you.
the one who's down for you.
Okay.
Ukishapata,
Yeah. Have you given an allowance yourself?
it's done.
Is that
I
something you've done?
haven't given an allowance. I've spent money on.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I've
not
never
like,
put anyone on a stipend, but I've sent money for no reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I've now put someone at TA every 5th of the month.
Yeah.
Every Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The money just leaves.
Crazy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's interesting, bro. Because I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Especially kwanza with the excess thing, yeah.
What if we yeah, with the excess?
Yeah.
It's kwanza those ones.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what if we reversed it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I'd love to get
The
a
other way
boyfriend
around, yeah.
allowance.
Same here, bro.
Luckiest girl ever.
How much?
please.
How much would be a good allowance for you, Mas?
Not
Hey,
even a lot,
Mwass,
bro.
you're
Just like
expensive,
$4,000.
What did I say?
Nothing crazy.
Mwass is
And on a bad
bloody
month, you can make it
expensive.
$2,000. So many baby boy.
Even
Baby
baby girls, we are
Boral,
not
baby
baby
Boral.
girls like that.
Baby Boral is the new time. Don't call it a baby Boral. The
Boral.
lovely baby Boral is here. I can see it. Episode title, baby
Straight up baby ball.
Boral. A baby baller.
Baby ball.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, come on, your
So
baby
if
ball.
you're out
actually.
there and you can give me $4,000 a month,
Yeah.
All the
Honestly,
best.
me I'd commit to a girlfriend who wants to spend some money on me.
how much? What's your figure?
I think around the same figure.
It's
But you
very
see, that
reasonable.
Around $4,000
it only
a month,
comes
yeah.
when it's mutual. You have to show me that you're also a spender.
But I spoil her with her money though.
Oh, if I get money that I haven't worked off, I'm finna spend it.
Yeah.
And you have to show you I'm a big spender.
But also must. I'm just
Mwass, you don't think I'd wake up
so if
out
I'm
of
getting-
the blue
Yeah.
and buy you some okay, what's that? Nikes in the pesa? Even
Listen.
Akalas, if you've never even bought me a flower.
Listen.
or
That's what I'm
Listen.
saying. If you're giving me $4,000, I'm spoiling some of that on
Bro,
you.
let me tell
I'm
you, bro.
spoiling with some of your money.
Before we get the point where I'm giving you $4,000, Chaxy, I mean, there's just something that you have to do before that.
Like what?
Nitoboke.
Bro, Ebu talk English. Stop saying I'm
No,
a
like the things that you
sorry,
just
bro.
have to do to get me to a point where I can, like
Sure
spoil you
spending.
like
Let me
that.
tell you, me, I'm already irresponsible with money I work for. So if I get money I don't work for, I'm gonna be
It's a
irresponsible.
dandy.
If that's the word. My networking business will flourish.
Oh my gosh,
It will be crazy.
I can't.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But
Yeah, allowance. Yeah,
But Vera Sidika. Let's talk
Vera
Vera.
Sidika.
Let's talk Vera.
very deflating story.
So Mariah, run with it.
Man, I'm
So
so
she
over
posted-
her. As in, where is she even? Where is she still a conversation though?
Bro, that's
Because
she's
she's-
trash. Let me just
So
get that
one-
out there.
Forget trash.
I mean, give the
For me,
backstory.
I'm just
I want to
on-
see, to do all that, I want to see how many views she has so far.
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah.
Me, I'm still on the
So she
antics.
posted, yeah. Let's go, yeah.
Some post talking about her ass, she's getting rid of it because she's had health complications and whatever and whatever.
Yeah.
So at first I was like, oh wow, but then again I look at this picture. First of all, knowing Vera the way I know Vera, she would not pose for that picture like that without an ass. She would stand straight. So the minute I'm seeing beds on the side, and I was like,
How many views are we at?
So anyway, so the thing is, she okay.
Clout
For those who don't know,
chasing.
Vera, she's Vera Sidika. You can check her online, right? She became famous because she was in the
music
video You Guy,
Yeah.
and she had a big ass.
Yeah.
And of course, we were like, oh shit, who's the babe with the big ass?
Yeah.
Then she went through a skin lightening, whatever, became what people call socialites, and she was or still is like a big deal here in Kenya. in the within socialites, whatever that industry is called. You know, if that's an industry.
It's not a socialite, but
So now
okay.
she posts a picture talking about how you know her, and she's always said her ass is real. Now then she posts a picture saying that you know she
gotten rid of
doesn't.
the implants.
Yeah,
or
'cause she
since
was getting
gave
complications,
birth,
yeah.
Sis, Kwanza, you're like 10 minutes into your 60s. What the hell are you doing?
Hey, Mariah, the hater. Wow.
Nah, seriously, like, isn't the antics like in a Shakila? You know, these ones who are coming
but-
up. Like, what is
Yeah.
this?
But it's, so anyway, so all that 2 days ago, the video only has 390k views. What is it, like?
For her, those are not good numbers, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I expected
For
she
Mike
did not.
check, those are good numbers. Ama we go get implants. Leave it in the comments. If you're getting 390k views,
Yeah.
For some
bro.
fucking implants.
Yeah, within 1 week, bro.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do it.
implants. I'll do the BBL.
Let's do it. No, but honestly, it left such a bad taste in my mouth because, like, even like the comments she was getting from guys who like have had actual health complications from such situations. She's like, yeah, love yourself. Da, 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 da. Then suddenly it's a promo for some sis.
Work ass song.
And you know, she says that she's posting a video of how the surgery, that captures, it's like
The
a
whole
vlog
journey
of
of
the
her
journey
getting
and
the
her
implants
surgery.
out.
So she's, so the thumbnail is of course deceiving. Then you click on the link,
No,
it's a
Kwanza,
song.
I found that so weird.
Oh.
She was like, I'm gonna post the video in the morning. So morning, she's like, I woke up late. Video will be posted at 1 p.m. I'm like, kwani mna upload sai? Si niku press too.
Yeah, but also it's just, you know, of course you want people to be.
Anticipation.
So of course, you want people to anticipate, and then you make them wait kidogo. Typical Kanye, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm just like for the antics. I don't know, man. Me, I thought the video.
This
like,
was so
amazing,
deep.
And the song
then-
is so terrible. I haven't watched
Oi,
the full
oi,
one.
oi,
I got
oi.
a snippet of
She's
it, I
rapping,
think, on
you know.
Twitter.
I'm just so happy. I don't know what the hell she's
Looks like
doing.
the lyrics have been written backwards. It's so terrible. Someone said,
it's giving brown mouth.
someone said,
How can that one
Vera's new jump bangs so hard on me.
On
So hard
you.
on me.
Because it's on Nini.
Oh my god. Alafu just has
The
a.
house of Manchi. Say, no.
So now you can do a Steve
no,
Simple Boy and you can do a Vera.
Yeah.
Nah, those lyrics are whack.
Okay.
Imagine being a worse rapper than Steve Simple Boy. Why are we going in this life?
But Simple Boy doesn't rap, he sings, no?
He
Steve
raps
Simple Boy
sometimes.
talks over the beat.
Can you imagine being a worse rapper than Steve-O?
Steve Simple Boy is an ad-libber.
So what is the new thing Steve was
Yeah,
Nico Logo Day.
Nico
Nico Cheque.
Do you wanna play it? Do you wanna just play it on your mic?
Let me look for it.
Jesus Christ.
I'm the one who posted it in
Like
the
I haven't
group.
coughed this much. I feel like I need to
Well,
do
you need
drugs
some water.
again.
Someone get Chaxy some water, Basi.
And buy cough syrup today.
Is it because of the cold?
Yeah.
So he said, let me play it.
I think go long.
That's all.
Niko peke
Aki,
peke,
my
niko
boo.
ndindindi,
What are you
bila
doing?
logo logo.
What, babe? Unadu?
Niko peke niko ndindindi. Bila longo.
This guy will just be taking random ass words. We should ask the guys in the comments to like predict what he's gonna say next.
Fine.
You just need to look for 2 words and then put them together.
Put them together and make a
Tomorrow
whole
he'll say niko
statement.
shuku shuku, bila wege wege, na masamba samba.
Ray, if you're getting water, make it warm. Mix hot and room temperature.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, we digressed. Yeah. So Vera, me, I don't know. And actually I was seeing guys talking a few media guys talking about it, like on their pages and whatnot, and they were like, is this kind of antics inafanya like Kenyan music cannot prosper? Because to be honest, the media gave this so much attention. And even the song itself, when it came out, like literally that was like free publicity. If you really think about it, and the people who are actually making like proper music, no antics, no nothing, are the ones who are left in the back burner. So honestly, where are we going as an industry?
But then, you know, it's show business at the end of the day. You know,
Yeah.
it's a mix of both things. You know, Drake will have his antics or Kanye.
Yeah.
Like each time Kanye has an episode, you know, he's dropping something. Whether it's
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
or a clothing line or just a project. And then there's the J. Cole's or Kendrick's or Beyonce's who just wake up and
Drop.
drop.
And just say like tomorrow.
Imagine bona
Yeah.
Me my only
ni baridi.
ikoaje, hebu tengeneza jina jina kama Steve Simple Boy.
Ya maji.
Eh.
Tumesema iko longo.
Longo.
Wewe unaona ikoaje?
Sorry.
Huh?
Oh, ni sawa tu. It's okay. Yeah. If I need
my only problem with that whole sawa, it's showbiz. You have to create antics. My only problem was her feigning a medical condition. Like there's a lot of things you can do.
But this is as in how many things has she done concerning health? The other time when she made this prank, her pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like, as in, she's always just looking for the most distasteful antics.
Because there are people who are legitimately concerned about her
People
health.
have died
like people
over
send her
such
love
things.
messages. What all you call like, oh, we pray you get well soon. Can't wait to watch the video. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, shikeni matako na lyrics mbaya.
Can
Because that video, okay, I just saw a snippet. I don't know if it's the whole video. It's just a bunch of women with thick asses just
everywhere.
standing.
Then she got like Gidurai version of WAP. I don't even know what the hell is going on with this song.
Oh shit. Okay,
I'm
gonna watch it then.
Me, I'm gonna watch it.
But
because I know it's gonna be trash, I'm gonna use the dislike button.
No, it's bad.
It's
bad.
Yeah. But the thing is, so me, I don't have an issue with okay. Let me check the
rephrase.
Do you want to say something? Okay. Okay, so yeah, enough. Easy. Let's get it done. Yeah.
For me naona Vera Sidika alikuwa tu sawa. Because for me nikiscroll social media niko naona tu wase wakihate tu. Wakimwongelelea vibaya, wakimake videos. So instead at least aliwapatia Kenya walikuwa wanataka, wase at least walikuwa na muenjoy. Ama mwone hivyo.
So me, okay.
Because nobody, as in, at the end of the day, you need to understand this is not anything that anybody asked for. There's no one who was like, hey, Vera, tell us your ass journey. So, sis, ain't nobody asking for this shit, so why?
It's okay. So, okay.
What if it were true, Basi?
Actually,
if
she would have
fine.
dropped the song and we noticed, sis, what happened to your ass? That's different.
No, even if it was true and there was no song and actually she got the surgery and she was addressing her journey, that's fine, Me, I'm all for information. You can share your personal experiences.
So how is Vera supposed to drop a song and get your attention?
Babes, nyonyesha in peace. Maneno ya mziki just... your family as a unit is not cutting it. Your family as a unit is not cutting it in the music industry. Just focus on the family. Thanks.
The most talented person in your family, Nani?
Maybe the cook. Cause bro.
But genuinely, so how is Vera supposed to drop a song and capture your attention?
Like I just said, don't
offend people and maybe
just
don't feign medical
Vera,
conditions. Actually, I drop ngoma. Me, I'm okay. Anyone can make
music.
Yeah, but
even
how guys want to make music.
Yeah. But also, bro, honestly, okay.
You're too much.
Me nitasikia ngoma and then we'll come back.
Okay.
But anyway, so do we get into a trip in Kakuma, or we talk Freemasonry and secret societies and
tuinge Kakuma mbio.
Yeah. Okay. So you're in Kakuma for like a week straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
5 days straight. Yeah. Hottest place I've ever visited.
Wow.
And also like the most emotionally draining place I've ever visited as well. Yeah. Like.
And you said because of the heat you're getting mad directions. I'm not even making this up.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so we met
he had a very hard week.
God. This is what happened. So we met some buddies over there because like there's some guys who work over there who like were buddies. Yeah. We became friends. Yeah. They said I'm really hilarious, which I think
why were you there? Maybe you could begin with why were you
let's begin. So the company I work for, we were doing some COVID sensitization messaging in the refugee camps. Because you know how deplorable the sanitation situation is over there.
So Kakuma is one of the biggest refugee camps in Kenya.
Yes. 240,000 plus refugees from like over 40 countries. I'm not sure about the countries number, but it's a lot of countries.
Ukraine,
including people from Pakistan, Ukraine.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny how, not funny, it's interesting how they end up there because it's, once your country is hit with war, there's, living your country when it's at war is very difficult. So, of course, there's the guys who run human traffic rings, and it's basically pay me $10,000, I'll make sure your family gets to place X. But then either that doesn't happen, or maybe when you get on your route to place X,
something happens.
You're impounded. Yeah, so maybe you're leaving Pakistan, you're going to Germany, and then you're trafficked through Africa, but then they either get here and swindle you, I'm gonna leave you here, or you can get intercepted by the feds. And then you end up in like the nearest refugee camp. Yeah. That's so sad. Hey, I think we've talked about it for so long. For so long. Yeah. So I think maybe guide me with questions because I have so much to say.
Yeah. So let me. So then, I think last month, because the slay list I did last month was just to highlight the whole refugee situation. I read, a friend put me on a story by Biko Zulu, which I think you've read, right?
I've read it.
Very heartbreaking, like really, really heartbreaking story of how this family from Congo. So we'll get into it anyway. So that's the first time I was like, oh shit. So I kept thinking about it a lot because this is when we were in Kajiado. I remember just driving. I'm like, oh fuck, this is so heartbreaking to imagine that this actually happens to people.
Yeah.
And what they went through from experience going through communities that are cannibals deep in the forest, and having to see people getting cooked and eaten. And that almost happening to her, like the youngest daughter. And bro, it's such a sad story. So when I think so when Mwangi was like he's going to Kakuma, I was just curious because I've never been to Kakuma, but I've read so much about Kakuma and I can imagine what refugees go through, So it would be more of maybe your experience, It would be maybe more of your experience, like who did you interact with? We have there's a guy who watches the podcast from Kakuma who reached out, because they watched the.
He didn't DM me.
You didn't?
Yeah, I wrote in the comments, DM me on my Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah.
So at least, because you can't put your number on, on
Yeah,
YouTube.
definitely. Yeah.
So but he didn't reach out. But if you're watching this, man, I'll be back soon.
Because you know how crazy it is.
Yeah.
So because we posted our episode on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
And then on that episode we said you're going to be in Kakuma for the
And he
day.
was like, oh my
And someone like on
gosh.
Thursday, someone commented like, "Yo,
I've been happy
I
to
watched the
link
podcast.
up,
I'm in Kakuma. I'd like to meet Mwass."
Oh.
That's fine. I thought you met. Yeah, I thought you met the guy.
Yeah.
So it's more of maybe what happens there, because one thing I know is they're not allowed to leave the camps.
Yes.
Then they're
Like
not
at
allowed.
all?
Yeah. Then refugees are not legally allowed to get jobs.
Because you don't have papers and stuff.
Yeah.
So basically, there's the reception area. Like already when you are there, I think on day one, they received 74 new refugees. And over the next couple of days, sometimes they don't receive any, sometimes they get like a big bunch of guys. So there's the reception area. There are a lot of, shout out to all those organizations over there doing all this humanitarian work. They're getting food to them. They're getting security for them. So there's the reception area where you're received, and they take as much information as you can give or provide, like, oh, where are you from, whatever. And then now they set you up according to your level of, because there's some people have it worse than others. So they set you up in, I think there are 4 blocks.
Yeah.
And then there's the special blocks for maybe people with special needs, pregnant women, people who require extra attention. So you're put there. And then now they start working on your case. So it's figuring out, the dream for every refugee is getting resettled in another area. And
Which
starting
takes
a new
like
life.
sometimes even over 20
Even
years.
20 years, man. Like the
Being-
guys were being born, the guys were born in the refugee camps, and that's
Have
the only life they know.
grown, yeah.
And then once your case gets to be addressed and you're redeployed, some of the agencies doing the redeployment will take care of you for a few months. Like, financially get you into like learn a skill, how you can make money, whatever. But then after that, no.
Jipange.
After a few months, now you're on your own.
And do they have like schools? Or?
Yeah, there's schools. Okay, actually, the thing I found most interesting is the systems there sort of kind of work, or maybe I might be wrong, but from what I saw, because I didn't visit the whole area, we're just like in a particular small area, but there are schools, the kids are wearing uniform, relief food is being deployed. In some places, they don't even have cash, but they get vouchers from that you can redeem at a shop to get like
Whatever
food
you
and
need.
sanitation things and all that. I think the most confusing thing for me, because there's so many heartbreaking stories over there, it was like when we were going to the field itself, it was a very interesting conversation. Like when you're being told, expect this, do this, do that. This is how you speak.
So they prep you.
Yeah, they prep us. But then after you interact with, 1 or 2 communities, the stories that you hear and the sadness and the shock that gets you back. Now, the ride back to the office was very silent. Oh, wow. Because you'd hear someone lost their entire family, someone's family was kidnapped, someone's family was killed in front of them, someone had to bury their mother and then continue raising their kids. There's a guy who we interacted with. So he walked from Congo to Kenya. He started the journey in Congo with his full family, he got to Kenya alone. They were just getting lost on the way, either through disease, hunger, the militia, whatever. Yeah, so it's very heartbreaking. And then, now, the most interesting bit is, I was looking at those kids, some of them, because when you go to the camp, they're very happy to see you. They come say hi. They're very jovial. most of them don't even understand the predicament they're in. So you'd see, you interact with the youth or the adults, they just tell you one or two things. Some of them have written their stories on paper, so when they see him and he's saying, guys, let's give you the story and contacts of how you can assist them. They're very eager to get out there and just start a new life. But you'd see like kids with jerry cans going to get water. They're using the jerry can as a football. Like these kids are so happy. And in a very tough predicament. So even in your mind, you don't know what emotion to experience. Because you smile at how they're playing and then you just remember what lies ahead is not as gleeful. And there's some sadder stories of guys getting resettled. And when they get into the new countries, they find that life is tough over there. So they find a way to get back into the camp. Because maybe that's all you've known your whole life. You went to school.
You don't know how to survive in a real world, like outside that environment.
So now you have to like go to a supermarket. Simple things. Cross roads in a busy city. Go to work. Keep time. Meet friends. Make new, investments, relationships. It's overwhelming.
What kind of structures are there? Like, is it like permanent structures where they sleep and like?
So it's across board. So of course there's the tents that they get because I think camping is the easiest structure you can set up. And thank God the weather there is not too bad, so it doesn't need a lot of, because it's hot even at night. So some areas are better than others. There's some areas where people have lived for longer. They've made like mud houses. Some of them have made like brick blocks and put like a house together. It's just a basic rectangle with like a roof and a door. Some places within the office blocks with the special needs areas, there's better facilities. There's hospitals around, there's police stations. It's a full like working ecosystem. But it's just that across the board, some areas have it worse than others. Like there's a place I saw where it's just like 4 sticks and then like a polythene bag on top of them and someone stays there. And then there's some plecobus because all these agencies working there they're also financially strained when it comes to helping people. And then based on the situation, you don't know how many people you expect. So you might be there, you've gotten a donation of 1,000 camps, and then you go donate them. Then tomorrow you receive 30,000 new refugees. And then it's crazy. Yeah.
How, like, if someone wanted to help, like, how is it like, I don't know, I don't think I've seen, like, public information. Like, if you wanted to help, I'm sure there's ways to help.
There is, yeah. I think, I'd say maybe just go to the UNHCR website. And they can
probably you'd get
guide you on how to donate or how to help. I think the easiest thing you can do is just donate your time. Even if financially you're strained, if you hear there's any humanitarian openings, you can volunteer. And just go help out. So that was my experience. It was crazy.
Bruh, that reminds you of just how much privilege you have.
Yes.
I mean, the fact that after that uliweza kwenda sherehe, me I'd be so depressed. Imagine that I don't think it.
Yo, and then so there's nothing to do in Kakuma after work. So we were just chilling. And then the hotel room wasn't like like the one you want to stay in for long. So there's a place next door we used to go and just have some nyama ugali,
kamwala,
listen to some music and have a kamwala here and there, and then go back go back sleep.
And that's now the routine every day.
That's the routine. The guys, I met some really cool guys over there, man. My God. Shout out to Olivia and Margot. They made me say this. But we spent the whole time with them over there. We met some really cool guys. They were saying how they just love being over there. But you can't stay there for long. So you're deployed maybe 6 to 8 weeks and then you have to come catch a breather. Because it's overwhelming.
It is.
Yeah. Emotionally.
It's overwhelming.
It is.
Yeah. Some really cool people as well. It's crazy. But I like how they've also, the Turkana people have like retained a lot of their culture. Like the dressing, the beadwork. The guys pierced their earrings and they were, I lost my earring. They were like big hoops. Like, the ones you babes wear. Yeah, those ones. They're crazy. Wow. And there's some really cool cats over there.
Yeah, and women's breasts are just outside.
In some minis, in some places.
What?
That's their culture.
But it's their culture.
That's their dressing.
It's their culture.
They don't consider the top part of the body nudity. Man.
Yeah.
Some of them have it covered, some of them.
But even in most traditional African society...
He was excited.
And the boobs are just...
No, that's a lie. That's not what I said.
We'll rewatch the tape.
That's not what I said, bro.
But let me dial it back to what you'd asked. So,
that's not what I said.
Interestingly, let me just end this on a lighter note. Interestingly enough, I met this guy we were working with. He was one of our, like a field operations manager or someone. So he told us, because I told him it's so hot. I was changing T-shirts every other minute. You're running out of deodorant by 9 a.m.
What?
It's crazy.
Usiku alikuwa na overwork.
And then he told me you're gonna enjoy the best testosterone level you've ever enjoyed in your life. and I took it as a joke.
Yeah.
Excuse you,
Yeah.
what?
But then by day one, like I was having, you know how you have random bonus during the
Yeah,
day?
I told
But now I was like,
I
they're
told
too
you
many.
he had the hard week.
Man, I love they're coming.
Literally.
They're coming at random places. So like we're in the van, we're like this, we're going. I'm sitting next to my colleague. I laugh, I'm like, my goodness. Take my laptop back.
Can you,
No.
and hoping you don't stop the next second.
Man,
Because
I love you, like,
can you
we're
imagine? You
dropping
need to
off here,
allow
I'm
it.
like-
Yeah.
It was crazy. So I went,
madness.
I went online and I read about, because I thought this guy was joking.
Yeah.
So
And then I
what?
went online and I read, like, in hotter areas, in hotter climates, your lower levels enjoy better blood flow. Yeah, and you know how erections are made.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of yeah.
So the more blood flow you have, the more your
It
penis
keeps
is like.
happening.
Yeah.
Hooray! Ray would have
Yeah.
such a blast. I don't know, you know.
Many. Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
gosh.
goodness
But that's
me.
yeah.
Nah,
bro. But also then
that was quite
yeah.
eventful.
But then that
Yeah.
so but in terms of population though. So if guys are getting random erections, it means I'm sure guys are fucking.
Oh
mad.
yes. Then
course.
when I went back to the guy,
Babies
the
are
next day at
there
the
like
office, I was like,
mad.
hey, whatever you told me is kind of true. Then he was like, yeah, you see, huku kuna watoto wengi. Families are large, yeah. But also there are other factors like they're not like, you know, there's a lot of education going on over there.
Yeah.
So family planning and stuff and all that.
It's
yeah.
still not a thing, yeah. But also, honestly, I'm just like, if say you have a partner or partners, right? And you spend like the whole day together, bro. How many erections in a day do you need to have before you have sex?
No,
You know what
but
I
I
mean?
feel- I
So
feel
first
like
one you're
by-
like, oops. Second one, if the partner is down, you have sex. If you realize it's been 2 hours and you're having sex again,
Aye, hapana.
because now when you'll be wasting all the
but,
erections.
no, but I feel like
You know, erections go away. It's not a
Thank you. You don't have to utilize one of them. Aye.
They just chill out.
I know. I'm just saying. Like in Nairobi now, I don't get the
Wait, in
bonus
Nairobi,
every day.
Nairobi,
So, but I'm just saying, if I'm getting like 3-4 erections every day, you know what I mean?
You don't
3-4
have to utilize.
erections every day, bro.
Pick the time you'll utilize.
Oh my God. I love you'll find out the time you utilize your erection, you didn't even have one to begin with. It just happens. Yeah.
Exactly.
That was Kakuma for
But yeah,
me.
that's beautiful, man. Then shout out to bro. Let me tell you. Literally, there's no place in this country we don't go to, and we like sherehe. We don't meet people who
Yeah.
watch mic check.
Let me
And-
tell you, same thing happened to me
Yeah.
at Rosa's
Love it.
live thing.
Yeah.
So I get, of course, the two people that I know are the ones, of course, that I talk to. So some girl, I think her page is La Music Journalist, but her name is Farah. Shout out to her. So she comes, she's like, oh, hey. I'm like, hello, of course, because we're all together, of course, with Lengana. I'm like, hello, hey. She's like, oh, my name is Farah. She's like, hey, but how's your podcast going? I look at her, I'm like, Actually, yeah. Because they used to do Kitambo with Chaxy. Why did you guys? I'm like, oh, wow, you're a follower. Interesting. But yeah. So, of course, other people also, we're enjoying the podcast. But yeah, I think it still hasn't dawned on me that there's I'm starting to.
Even in Amboseli last night, Uko just taking pictures like celebrities.
We're like, I'm sorry, Dakapo, I know it's your event.
Yeah, I know, but
Nah.
it is what it is, man.
I honestly don't think.
It was one
No,
photo.
two. I took another picture with a dude called Alan. So with the guy we met is called Alan. So,
Yeah, from
so shout out to Alan. He
Kitangela,
says he started watching from the live recording and then went back and binged everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's
Then
given us 30 hours of his life.
yeah.
Imagine.
Imagine
30 plus hours.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Then there's oh my God, I'm sorry, I forgot the second dude's name, but they were camping not far away from the event. Then there was Gondwana was around and they know about the gig.
And
Then
then
they
they
came. So again, he also watches the podcast. Panic
watches the
Panic
podcast.
watches the podcast.
Who's that?
Panic is a DJ.
Okay.
Yeah, because we were checking in. He was in. We were waiting to get tagged. And
Yeah.
he was I think just in front of me. And then he's like, so when you come up and record podcast, like we don't record
recording
every
on
day.
Monday.
Yeah, but we are back Monday. It's crazy, bro. Like everywhere,
Fun Lab is
everywhere,
amazing.
and all the feedback. Actually, so the other thing is like we get a lot of feedback, especially in DMs. I'd love. just a request for all that feedback to be in the comment section. Because some of the feedback is so dope, but then it's just hidden in the DMs.
Yeah.
And it builds up to the discussion in the conversation.
That's
if you
true.
would just type it down so that
Put it in the
everyone can
comments,
see it,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Like there was feedback on the Jeffrey Dahmer case that we handled, and the conversation on
Jeffrey Dahmer case that we handled. I like that.
One of the detectives.
I like that.
Carry on.
Yeah, we handled
Kizungu
it.
imeisha huko tukiimba.
Sorry, bro. We'll keep it moving. We handled it. We handled the story. Bro.
like
We handled
that.
the story on the pod. We handled
like
things
that.
here. Anyway, yeah. So there was some feedback. I don't know if I should read it. Let me see. Because it was profound, and I was like, I think we'll also start responding to them and asking them to post. Because I was like, yeah, this would have been nice to post in
the comment section.
Yeah, her name is Eva Mudhoni. This is on the Mic Check IG. Hey, I have some thoughts on Jana's episode, the bit about documentaries. I feel like firstly, it's important to reach out to the people who are directly affected by these crimes. While it may not be necessarily about asking for their consent, I think since the first point of trauma hits the victims, then their families and friends, this means they're the most affected by these crimes. That said, it's important to weigh in their thoughts into the making of these documentaries. If the affected say they're not comfortable with that being shared, I think going ahead and recreating the stories is ignorant. There's already material that's public, and even most of these perpetrators in their confessions detail their crimes. Maybe ikifika part ya one of the victims who prefers not to have their story recreated, one can use already existing material such as articles or previous interviews to tell that part. It all needs to be part of a discussion depending on how these victims respond. It's important to note that it's not just black and white with such issues. The discussions are important, and the creators of the documentaries and the victims can always find common ground on how the stories will be told. I was like, yeah, this would be beautiful to share. So guys, let's post.
First of all, that's a long message and it
Right?
has beautiful vocabulary.
I know. And she and they, because I don't know what their pronoun is, took some time to also, just share what. Yeah, so let us know those things, because even me, we get feedback in our DMs and all the time. Yeah,
They gave me a new pronoun in Ambosali.
Which ones?
Waliambia makoshi makoha.
Get out.
But we had such a beautiful weekend. So the headliner was Dakapo, right? So, I mean, there was issues, but eventually comes on, plays, kills his set.
Killer said we were at the front line.
Yeah.
Mkusangi.
So anyway, so this is what happens. So we are there dancing. Bro, me, I was having such a good time.
Yeah.
I was high as fuck, just enjoying
Life.
being in the moment. Then, before I notice it, bro, I'm in a chopper. For the first time I've never been in a chopper with. We didn't fly, but the chopper was there. And we were there for some time. It was beautiful. Then we leave there, we go to one of the dude's room, and it's a bunch of us. This is now after the party is over. This is like the after party. And then the couple comes. So,
Please, I hope you didn't have balancing tears ama ukufaint.
no,
We're trying to play it cool, but
I've
also excited.
No, but also it's because like this year alone, we've seen the couple like 3 times. This is the third time, you know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, such cool peeps. Like all the time the couple is around, we just hang out. Like it's just cool vibes. And so it's there, a bunch of us, intimate, sherehe, Mwangi is joking. The couple is like, you're a funny dude. Then it gets to the point where I think we start talking about him. He's telling us about his kids, Zamanini. Then we were like, then he told us his age.
Yeah.
One of our friends, they share the same age.
Yeah.
So we were like, no.
You guessed the age correctly.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm messing.
That's the best part of the story.
So the thing is, we decided to guess each other's age, right? So I was like, I needed to guess his age, and I got it.
How old is he?
32.
32. Right on the
Then,
mark.
yeah, right. Like literally, I didn't even. So I told like I didn't even take time with it. So got it, and I'd never googled, to be very honest. Then it was his chance now. His turn to guess my age, and he guessed my age. She was like 28. It was beautiful. Then it was Mwangi's.
And then it was crazy. But he looked at me, he was like,
Baby face lakini mwili inasema kitu ingine.
how you?
Yeah.
And then, but one of our friends, who's also going to be on the podcast when we can afford to hire a research analyst.
Oh yeah, bro, she's
Lynn.
coming. Yeah, Lynn is fine.
Yo,
Shout
we're
out
having
to
the
Lynn,
pre-production meeting in the cars. We drove back from Amboseli.
Okay.
So me and Chaxy are just bouncing off ideas and seeing what happened and tajing different things. Then Lynn just goes on a tangent for like 2 straight minutes.
Yeah.
And gives you like a summary of what you need to understand before you discuss that topic.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will get Lynn, man.
And then I was like, how do you know all these things? Talk about construction. Oh, you know, back in 1942. Talk about CG, the Ukrainian war. Oh, CG,
Okay,
why do they use lube on this?
I need
Interesting.
someone pick this. It's for delivery. Yeah.
So should
Yeah.
we jump to Freemasons?
No, yeah. So yeah, let's jump into that. So earlier this week, was it this week or last week?
Yeah, this week.
Earlier this week, right? So there's a clip that is
Last week, actually.
sorry.
Oh, okay, carry on.
So there's a clip that was being promoted by Nation, and it's about Ambrose. His name is Ambrose Rachier, right?
Yeah.
He's the chairman of Gor Mahia.
Yeah.
And he's a lawyer. He's one of those, I think, prominent.
He works. I think he works with Otiende Amolo. Yeah.
Yes, they I think
Okay.
they co-own they co-founded that law firm, right? So the clip is him admitting or saying he's a Freemason, and he's talking about Freemasonry, what it is, and because the thing about which umko sawa? So I need your phone, Mas. Unlock your phone for me. So so then of course we're in Kenya. A lot of people think or call Freemasonry devil worship. You know what I mean? So anyway, so the full episode airs. I think I watched all of it on YouTube. A waste of my time in a way. Because I'm like, yeah, it was a waste of my time. Because I'm like, okay, I didn't get any new information to begin with. And this dude...
It's a secret society. Of course, you can't get all the information you want.
So this is what I expected, right? So you come into the interview. Of course, there's the usual. Is it devil worship? We hear these rituals, the normal things we hear about Freemasonry, right? So you ask those questions, but then you have this guy for 40 minutes who's willing to speak about being a Freemason, and you're just going to dwell on that, like that's all. You know what I mean?
The fact of just him
That
saying, yes,
I'm a Freemason.
I'm actually a Freemason. So do you guys have rituals? So, because I'm a Freemason.
Is it devil worship? Then it's just, so the whole conversation is just back around. Like I didn't find like
about the bush on the same point.
You know, I didn't find like I found any new information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, this is just I think honestly, I think the journalist is done. I feel like he could have done better, bro. Like 40 minutes and this,
nothing of substance.
Yeah, and there's nothing of substance. Because I think he went in with the idea of, oh, now he's going to tell me these secrets. Why is it? And then for 40 minutes now, you're just trying to get this guy to tell you secrets. And then it becomes the same thing. You know what I mean?
They should have sent like a line of question beforehand. So that I can be like, I can discuss this, I can't do this.
No, so they should have just sent someone like Ernest, like, fam, he'll grill you to all the secrets.
But also, because the thing is, I don't think even you need to grill. Like, I don't think even this is a conversation you really need to go in with questions.
That's true.
You know?
No, just answer what we're curious about and we can keep it.
Yeah, and then now flow with the conversation.
Yeah.
And because this is someone who's speaking and you're going to get things from the conversation. Just flow with the conversation, have a conversation, and you'll find out some information. Yeah. Anyway, so which
I have another video I'm going to watch and offer a dislike.
Yeah. So which, and then now Kenyans online were like, I think there's still so many people who believe it's devil worship,
and whatnot.
Yeah, but then maybe that would be a good conversation to have. You know, you could link it to Illuminati and devil worship and secret
there's a
societies.
Freemason
church in town.
It's called a lodge.
And in
It's called
Buru.
a lodge.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's
Mimi najua
many.
tu ya Buru na ya town.
Would you
the town
ever
one is
like walk in and get like a brochure?
no.
That's why you
'Cause
don't
it's-
see people there.
Yeah,
What? Okay. So it's members only.
it's members only
But
for sure.
you never see the members.
What do you mean never see the members? But they go.
Ushaiona wakiingia ati they're the Freemasons at
Yeah.
the church.
But
Never.
Okay, it's not a church. It's not a church.
Wanaingia kwa nyumba basi. Yeah, you've ever seen
Does
them?
it have a ochi? I'd like to talk to the ochi. Especially the night guard. I'm like, huku unalalanga? Siwezi lala.
Yeah, no, from what
Oh,
I've heard,
kisha moto na
the
walete zile
rumor-
kamba. I'm like, moto na kamba.
No, like the Buru one, I remember like growing up, guys used to say it like, because there's this one church,
A lodge.
Yo.
Yeah.
Buru phase 3 is a cross, then it has like an extra hand. Yeah.
We know the symbols. You can Google the symbols. the
Yeah,
Freemasonry,
so
that's public.
of course, because guys have never seen, because no one sees anybody coming in and going out. So rumor ilikwati oti, they normally come like in the middle of the night. They're in black. At wanangianga na
Yeah, you see now,
reverse.
these are the superstitions. But you see now, because he was saying, they meet like once a month. You know what I mean? So it's, of course, it's a secret society. So my biggest question was, like, genuinely, if I was to do this interview, even without researching, you know what I mean? My first question would be, Freemasonry is a secret society.
Thank you. So
why
are you on NTV?
Exactly.
Telling us you're a Freemason. That was just
Oh,
what
you're not
shocked
supposed
me.
to say it out loud.
It's a brotherhood. First of all, from what I understand about it, like Freemasons, Illuminati, whatever, they look for people of power and influence.
So
Not necessarily.
They recruit
I
Okay,
feel
so this is what happened. Okay,
Uh-huh.
this is from the interview, and then we can talk about what we know from what we've read. I'm out
Okay.
of curiosity, right? So my first question would be, one, it's a secret society.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen anyone publicly go, you know, I'm a Freemason, this is what we do
Yeah.
at XYZ. So my first question would be like, why are you
Here.
here to talk about it?
True.
Like what is the motive behind this? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then I think that sets the precedence for a nice
for proper
conversation.
conversation. Makes
Then now you can start going into maybe growing up, we were meant to believe it's devil worship, and I'd understand why.
Yeah.
There's a lot of secrets around it. It's not like public information. So of
Yeah.
course, what people don't understand, of course, people start making theories about
yeah.
things they don't understand. You know. So is it devil worship? Then you can get into cultism. Then now you can ask the usual. You know,
Yeah.
so how often do you meet? When you meet, what do you guys do? Who's in there?
Yeah.
Criteria, which he asked some of those questions, you know. And
But they answered.
Yeah. He answered
not-
some and some he didn't.
So what's the criteria?
So the questions he didn't answer, so because I think he didn't answer the question on rituals.
Of course.
Yeah. But then you see the thing about rituals as well is people, when you say the word ritual,
People think
it's superstitions. You know what I mean?
kuku,
Yeah, it's
mayai.
kufananini.
Yeah.
Yeah, and anything is if you think about anything
Even
that is
praying
done,
every day is a ritual.
is a ritual. That's a ritual.
yeah.
Praying every day is a ritual.
Even like if you take a fly whisk and you put it in water and you bless people.
That's a
Yeah, that's a ritual.
Yeah.
When the way priests in Catholic Church wear their
And
whatever
they-
and they do,
with the
it's
moshi
conducted in a way.
thing.
Those are rituals. You know,
Yeah.
if you have your girlfriend and you sit outside when there's a full moon naked, that's a
that's
ritual
a
for you. You know what I
ritual.
mean?
Yeah,
learned the word
Anything
for
could
it.
be.
Was it kleptons? What guys?
Guess what?
Guys who like looking at the moon.
The moon is beautiful.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
apparently there's a community, because yesterday one of our friends kept taking photos of the moon every 20 minutes.
Okay, why?
And then because she's interested in it. And in Samburu, they're at Samburu, okay? Amboseli.
Say the moon was beautiful, bro.
Beautiful. It was a full moon
Yeah.
night.
I think
nice
Saturday
music.
there was Jupiter just next to the moon. Last night was Saturn. It was beautiful,
Yeah.
and it's a clear sky, so you
Yeah.
can see. Yeah. Anyway, so so he answered. It was like they meet like once a month, and they meet like from 6 p.m. because guys have work, and because
Not
most
because
guys
it's dark.
no. But also, honestly, these are guys who are working.
even
So you're not asking. It's
Yeah.
normal. Like if I wanted to meet you, most likely I'd meet you in the
After
evening.
work.
After
Okay,
work, you know.
after 5,
So they
yeah.
meet at 6, but then because most of them are family people, by 9 it's over, and that's like once a month, unless now they have like a need for guys to meet again.
Okay.
Yeah, and what else? What else did he say? Yeah, then who's in there? He was like, there's like just ordinary people, but of course there's a lot of like business people. There's some few politicians. There's judges and magistrates. Basically, it's just a spectrum of many people, and then you only get in by if you get recommended. But he kept insisting that the objective of Freemasonry is just for charity, brotherhood and charity, and also it's an only man's affair. Like there are no women.
Yeah, so I said
Freemasons
it's a
here.
brotherhood.
Except he said there's the lodge in the
Some water, please.
yeah. And which he said that's something that they need to work on
Yeah.
because apparently
be
there's a lodge
inclusive,
in the US or in the UK that is already admitting women.
Women,
So
nice.
that's now progression. But he kept insisting that everything is about charity, and you have to get referred. So if someone refers you, like a close friend has to refer you who's a member, then it's more of a vetting, because they need you to be a person who's outstanding in society, with good character and whatnot.
Okay.
Then I think you go through an approval process. Then once you go in, now there's the initiation. Then he was like, okay, I've heard stories about the initiation. What happens in the initiation, you know? I mean, he didn't disclose, because he was like, there's many levels, and he's on 30th out of 33 levels.
But he's like a
He's
Don
senior,
up
he's like a
in
Don
Freemason. That's great.
Yeah, and each level also has its own secrets. So, like, if you joined as a junior, you don't even know the
What
secrets
goes
that
on
is in the
Uko
second
Joe.
level,
It's crazy.
and whatnot, and whatnot.
I would want to join. Do you think they can allow us?
As much
Upstanding people in society. Mtakongeana daily, mtasaidiwaje.
Upstanding in Amboseli. You're working and upstanding.
Yeah.
Naingia machopa. You didn't even tell me if the chopper has a key. We'll find out.
I don't
If you own a chopper, tell us how you open it. Is it like chichi? Am I like?
But hizo lens too. Unaona hizo lens you went to party with. Hey, shout out to those guys, man.
Man.
And they're such cool people, man. Met some really cool friends, you know. But yeah, so superstitions and Freemasonry and Illuminati and whatnot. Me, I wanna hear. Thank you, bro. I wanna hear all the things you've had.
I know Illuminati is a real thing.
See, chukua number yake, then I'll just M-Pesa.
I feel like Illuminati is also a real thing, but that's more. I feel like it is. It's almost like the Freemasons, but probably I feel like it sounds more Hollywoodish.
Branded. Me, what I heard
It
about the
gives
Freemasons.
Hollywood.
Let's come easy stories of Jabba. What someone was telling me. It started back in the days. Okay, the Queen used to give. So a Mason is someone who lays bricks, builds.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's built actually on actual. Like I think the founders were
Actual
bricklayers.
bricklayers.
Yeah. And to some point, I don't know the details or the particulars, but at some point, once you achieve a level of success or number of buildings or something, the Queen or whoever the person in charge of the monarch is grants you the power to be a Freemason, that you can build a castle anywhere without having to like get permission or get like paperwork and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Just
that's how you
carry
become
on.
a
Carry on.
Freemason.
Let me do this.
Yeah.
Ray, you didn't tell me how much. Thank you. Okay.
Interesting.
Proceed.
That's what I had. I don't know if that's true. Does anyone else
Could
know?
be true.
So you're granted the power to build a castle anywhere once you become a certain level of skilled mason. So you're granted the power of being a Freemason. Yeah. Like, right. I haven't read anything on it
could
online.
be true. It could be true, but I don't know. Me, Illuminati, probably just because of my faith, I really feel like that's a real thing. You know, with the all-seeing eye, plus with the star, the Baphomet thing.
So
honestly, for me,
I
feel like
have the
it's-
all-seeing eye here. I have the pyramids. So am I a member?
I said, do you have the star? Do you have Baphomet on your arms?
I have.
Baphomet.
yeah.
Are you mad?
Why I'm not mad, Mariah? You know I'm not mad. See,
He
I'm
got
not.
a penis tattoo on his hand.
I'm
This
not
guy-
shocked. Anyway, at this point, anything is
This guy
possible.
can get any. He's like, this is a mushroom. I'm like,
No, sir, it's not.
This is what mine looks like.
You're dumb. No, but on the real though, yeah, I feel like the real things by Illuminati is just like reserved for Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simuendele, okay, and
That's-
cults.
So we're
that's-
getting into now cults and stuff.
Sorry.
What's the craziest cult story you've ever had?
There's this one that I watched on Netflix in it
one,
Keep
quick
Sweet. Keep sweet and pray. Pray hard. Something like that. So this guy has they've started this church thing. It's called the LSD. The later saints
Love, sex, drugs.
later saints of day faith, something like that. LSDF, yes, later day.
Your memory is good
Saints
with
of Faith.
documentaries. I would never remember that.
Huh? Latter saints
Of day.
latter day saints of faith, LDSF.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I feel like I've had like it's familiar.
Bro, it's a real cult.
So I'm back.
They're a religious
Sorry, guys.
cult.
Oh,
or
sorry,
like
sorry.
they
Yeah,
follow,
so
like
like the father is the one who started this thing, and basically
Letuma,
like they
thank
can
you.
marry, like the whole point of the Keep Sweet is they've secluded themselves from natural, like normal society, so they don't go to school. What they learn about, they don't learn about science, Nini, like their knowledge is very limited.
Sounds very
But
dumb.
now when this guy, he's the head of the church. Yes, it's a man first. Like he's the head of the church. So he has this thing where he's telling these guys that there are different levels in heaven, and the more wives, the more wives you get, the more like unaendelea kupanda ranks, and when you die, God will give you the permission to make your own world. So these guys, as in, don't laugh, but it's actually very sad.
It's just very funny.
Like he's brainwashed these people to a point.
They what these people?
He's brainwashed these people. So let's say you have a daughter who's like 14, 15, but then because most of them were like child brides.
Yeah.
So if the pastor says, he calls you to his office like one Sunday, he's like, oh, the Lord spoke to me and he told me your daughter is my wife. You don't bishana. You don't.
Whoa.
Yes. Yani it was
That's illegal.
It was
Arrest
a
them.
privilege for this man to call you and tell you the Lord has said it's your daughter. As in Baka, people used to beef when unasikia Mwass's daughter has been chosen.
So basically the head of the church is a pedophile.
No, so then he died. He died. But he already has older wives and whatnot. So this man dies, his son takes over. He turned this thing into absolute madness. First of all the wives of his father, he married them.
That's crazy.
Then now he's taking more child brides. And then now
that's fucked up. The child brides thing is very fucked up.
He's scraped everything. Like there's no kusoma. He even made his own Bible, made everything. So even the verses that you're reading in the Bible is about him and how you're supposed to keep yourself pure, nini. And the songs are like sort of worshipping him. And then, so of course, like it's like this faith was specifically made for girls. So the boys, mkifika like 13, 14, mnafukuzwa. Ama you're taken, like, so, let's say like mtu akona like company ya construction and whatnot. Nyinyi ndio free labor. Mnapelekwa huko and
So basically someone used religion
and spinned it to his own liking.
Yeah, but also so that he can have sex with minors.
Yes. And marry off.
And marry. So basically, so he can be a womanizer and a pedophile.
Pedophile at the same time. So,
literally. So this someone who's sick.
Yeah.
Needs to be needs to be in committee.
No. Sasa see, they were like somewhere else. So when the Olympics was about to happen, he told them, oh, the world is about to end. Because when the Olympics comes, that's the official sign that Jesus is coming soon. So he was like, we need to leave before.
To the Olympics.
Before Olympics. So literally, like.
So leave and go where?
See, they were at a promised land. So like it's like niwambie
even Raila kufikisha supporters cannot.
It's like niwambie tutoke
promised forever.
We go to some like a remote area.
Yeah.
So now he's like the controller there because people have sold all their houses, they've sold everything.
And he's the only one who's having sex with all the women. All the other dudes.
No, so he calls you and he tells you, Chaxy, the Lord has spoke to me, your wife is, Ernest's daughter is your wife.
That's crazy.
No complaints, no back and forth, no nothing. You go against him tomorrow morning. He just comes, picks your wife, your children. Loki, this is your wife, these are your new children. And you're excommunicated.
And they have a branch in Upper Hill.
From the minute your children are picked, you will never say hello, you will never say goodbye, you will never see them.
But do you know
he
this
did
is
that to his brothers. You watch this thing, but then you're just like, this is absolute.
Where are you watching this? Like, is it on YouTube?
Netflix.
Bro, you know, and this. So the more I hear such these stories, I mean, we've had the conversation on religion before, and that's my thing is I don't believe in organized, like anything organized in the name of God. I don't believe in it because there's people behind it. There's always human beings, flesh and blood behind it, and everyone is gonna serve their own interests.
Yeah.
So the idea of using religion to control people is something that has happened over the years.
No, but you see, I wouldn't really say it was about him per se, because even like there were policemen who actually had child brides. Like it's sick, but he got arrested though.
Yeah, of course.
The faith bado inaendelea, like because there are women who honestly refused to leave. Actually, it got so bad. There's a point they were building a temple. Now they were taking actual children, like actual babies, like 4 years, wamepelekwa. They've been locked in a house. Until they're being groomed into being sweet, and when they get to a teenage year, they'll be given off to their husband.
Yeah, this is a womanizer and a pedophile. Like, how else do you describe this?
Breed children.
Yeah, but there are women who've refused to leave that place to date.
Has it been, if that's what you believe in since you were a kid, but you're born into that.
Exactly.
And then,
No, but there's some guys who left.
But that's the thing. I mean, it's the simple of the only way to control people is to change how they think.
Yeah.
It's the same way the white man used to colonize Africa. It's the same way these people use the same tactics to brainwash
true.
people.
Yep.
So if you've been brainwashed your whole life, that's all you know. So to us, it's very absurd. But to these people,
It's what
that's
they
all they know.
know.
So you're asking them to go where? Kwanza wako like I'm hoping my daughter is next in line.
No,
you know?
because even he was there's literally after I watched that, I get on TikTok, his daughter is talking and he's like, yeah, even my dad slept with me. Yeah,
This is
You
too
see?
sick. Let's stop continuing. This conversation is just too
yeah,
sick.
like it's and the fact that it's still continuing to date,
Yeah.
and you guys are telling me there's a branch here. I'm like, come again, say what?
We'll go there and chop at them gunshots.
Yeah.
That's
Topic
madness.
get to gunshot. But the thing about secret societies and all these brotherhoods and whatnot. I mean, they've been in existence for a while.
Yeah.
The thing is, unless you're a member, most of the information online is either information from people who defected and then they were bold enough to speak on them, or or people what?
Kila mtu ina
Yeah,
story yake.
Nilisikia anavanga hoodies are black. Maybe this guy is meant to play poker in network.
Literally.
You know what I mean? With organized this secret societies, even the open ones, cults and everything, it's on the both extremes.
Yeah.
It's either really smart and powerful people who want to do whatever they're doing behind closed doors. Ama like people who don't have any sense of education or whatever. Because knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Once you deny someone knowledge,
Yeah.
you put like a brick wall between
Yeah.
them thinking for themselves and them thinking outside their own little head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because if you think about it like clearly, what you're saying, like if you deny people just information, then they end up becoming whatever it is. But I think the reason why personally, like, I wouldn't join, like, I wouldn't become a Freemason or any of this, is me. I'm just not for anything organized that involves religion and people and what. It's too controlling.
Yeah.
It now I have to come dressed in those,
Hoodies,
the
like
the
KKK
robes.
stuff.
Yeah. Or we have to read
get
sermons the same way.
reverse.
Because I remember growing up in Catholic church and I'm like, I
but
didn't realize.
Catholic is
I didn't realize at the point, but now looking back, I'm like, that bitch is a cult.
No,
You know what I mean?
Catholic is
Nah,
lit.
to cry now. Okay, so
Nah,
I'm not trying to.
forget those beats.
Yeah.
I like when they're
Wana,
going in with the
wena
dance
ni-
crews.
Yeah. Awe pia nawe.
No.
Then on Sunday,
Amen.
I go to the priest and be like, I cheated on my wife. Come
No,
on.
imagine if Jeffrey Dahmer was a Catholic.
Go say 7
Exactly.
Hail Marys.
If you go say 7 Hail Marys, I cheated on my wife. Do you know? Think about it. One of the reasons why, like, maybe like the Catholic Church is very powerful is, even aside amassing so much wealth, is that think about how much intel that church can collect through their priests.
True.
Think about how much controlling they can do. Even think about even a role at maybe like the Catholic Church can play even in an election.
I hear you.
All these things are built to just control people, bro. If you think about it, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to religion, And
We'll sing again after you're done.
Bwana awe nanyi. Catholics pia. But also, like, it feels, looks, walks, acts like a cult. And it's just my opinion, you know what I mean? So the reason why I don't think I'd join these secret societies or what is just too organized for me.
Yeah.
I feel like soon as it's too organized and there's people
If
that
some
have
shit is
power
about to
and
go
knowledge
down,
and the
yeah.
control,
Or
it's
like,
always
don't-
gonna end
don't
up
make
in
it a secret.
Yeah, even when but also even when the intention could be good.
Yeah.
Not everyone who's gonna come in will have the best
proper
intentions. Some people are gonna
intentions.
be extreme with it. And over the years, things change. People
Yeah.
revise the whole structure of things.
So is
and
it-
I'm not just a believer.
hear you.
The only secret society I'd join is the one I'd start.
Sauti Joiner General. Man.
Chaxy, pass.
That's
Yeah,
like
like
welcoming yourself home.
Mr. Beat style.
Oh my God! The key takeout from this is that Catholics have more musical variation
Man,
Yeah.
no.
than
Than
Steve
SDAs.
Simple Boy.
No, SDAs. those guys hit keys that don't even exist.
You know, me, I used to think at 1 hour 30 minutes of church was a lot.
Yeah. Until yesterday is a whole day.
Because when you're growing up, you used to go for PCA, so you go to the main church, and then after they do the praise and worship, which sometimes I really used to like. Like I'd see some, you know, when you see that person for praise and worship who you know.
Oh yeah, and you know
This one comes once a month, and then you can see them just doing this on the microphone. Like when they start, and then they take the mic and wrap it one time like this.
Exactly. It's done.
You know, it's about to go down.
Like, yes, ba, 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 ba.
Speak in tongues. But also the guys would just start speaking in tongues from the blues. It used to lose me.
What do you
But
mean
also,
the blues?
like,
He does
okay,
this.
my expectation was growing up, how I saw it, is someone would start praying normally, and then katikati.
Yeah.
When shabala, and they would always say the same thing. Shabala, la, 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 la. But
that-
there's guys who just from the jump would start with shabala. I'm like, hey, bro, we're on a step already.
No, but there is no formula to speaking in tongues.
The funniest one was like when there's a prayer being said by the pastor, and then in the middle of the prayer he says, "Everyone else pray for yourself." Then there are those who pray silently. Alafu kunalia, Lord Jesus, we come to you. And then at some point too, someone starts singing in the middle, just basically telling you, "Yo, we are off schedule." So malizeni maombi haraka.
Ama, then there's, the pastor would always, you'd always be asked to pray, then the pastor would crown it.
Yeah.
So there's those who would pray silently, and then there's those who just walk around.
They're so dramatic.
Yeah, and
Me, I
then
used to just be
and then
like this.
And then the ones who used to pray in tongues would always be loud. Me, I'd never had someone pray in tongues peke yao. They would always shout. I'm like,
Yeah. And they had the worst fashion sense. T-shirts are purple, mnatoa. Shati za purple, mnatoa wapi?
Yeah.
Shati ya purple, viatu za brown. You're looking like a PE teacher who's
I'm
on.
like, yeah, and then there was the thing that if someone actually spoke in tongues, someone should be able to understand within the
No,
congregation.
there should be an
So
interpreter.
there's a tongue reader.
No, it's called an interpreter.
But Sasa, my question is, right? Everyone is praying.
yeah.
We've not asked anyone what they're praying about. But this one person is praying in tongues. No, we need to understand what they're saying. Why not consider what everyone else was praying about?
Yeah.
Like, why is it only this?
Ideally, when you pray in tongues, even you don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's the spirit.
Bro, me, there's
the
people
spirit enters you and then
because I've been to churches and what, there's people who would always pray in tongues.
But and that's why it's called,
Always.
That's why it's called a gift. You ask for this gift.
I give it a praying in
It's
tongues.
a gift of the Holy
like when you
Spirit.
read religion, usually has like, especially Christianity. I don't know
It's a
about much
gift.
other religions, but
Yeah.
they always find, if you find a loophole, they seal it in the stupidest way.
Yeah.
No,
If
but
you don't
it's
question
right,
God.
It's
Don't question
right
God.
there. Speaking in tongues is a gift. It's not a flute.
It's one of the gifts, I know.
Yes.
Which are
But
the other
what
ones?
does it help with? It's a gift for what?
Kwani all Catholic members don't have that gift because
Yeah, 'cause Catholics don't speak in tongues.
First of all, Catholics, you guys pray to Mary.
If Cheque,
That's how you know guys are going to be offended by
you see,
this one.
there are how
Oh,
many
shoot.
gifts? There are 5 gifts. Someone
Ay,
7.
they're 9.
9. Okay.
Why 9?
I don't
Okay,
know.
what are they? Why 9?
Wisdom, speaking in tongues, interpretation of tongues.
Peace. Love.
No, those are fruits.
Also fruits of the Holy Spirit.
I forgot
As
those
in-
gifts and fruits.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what? So I think when he was writing, he said, I'm going to give someone the power to speak in tongues. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but what if he speaks in tongue and then interprets to people? Like,
Oh, make
let
it
me
a second
separate
round.
these 2
Yeah.
gifts. So
Why
that you will
separate
always
them?
need this one, and you'll never know who's lying to each other. You'll be lying robo shakadanta, and then me, I'll be saying, God says, buy me a Mercedes.
Come
And then both of
on.
us are lying to each other.
Yeah. Like genuinely,
Well, it comes from the Spirit. That's all I know. I don't
Mariah is
question.
deep, yeah.
I don't
We
question.
don't question God. Honestly, there's no. If I was to believe in the Christian God, then that God, the way God has been described,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like a petty God or a God who wouldn't want me to understand.
Yeah.
So when you
And
tell me
that's the
don't question
thing.
God,
Wisdom
I'm like,
and
but how do
knowledge
I
are part of
understand?
gifts. You ask him for these bloody gifts.
Wisdom and knowledge are 2 different things.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm okay. I'm not like the wisest person, but I don't think I'm dumb like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ask him.
And I didn't ask.
That's why you're told God is a father. You ask and he will give.
But
Okay.
now if he says, don't ask me.
Don't
question me.
ask me.
So
Yeah, don't
ask and you
question
shall
me.
receive. I have some questions.
Whatever
I
question
don't
you
have
have,
the
It's like
whatever,
it's like
he'll give you
it's
your
like
answer.
it's like a verse in the Bible that says something like I'm paraphrasing because for sure I don't know it, you know. But it's more of like just believe in God and everything shall be provided. I'm like, bruh.
That's crazy. This is a nice point
it
to slide
says
this in.
seek ye. That's Matthew 6:33. It says seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and everything shall be added unto you.
Amen.
Bro, me I know people, including my relatives, who've sought this kingdom for ages, and some of them are poor as fuck.
And that's the thing.
And they're
It's
always
not-
asking.
it's not
but I'm saying they're always
material.
asking for materials.
So you say seek and ask
Yeah,
and
so
you
I've
shall receive.
asked.
I'm like, I'd really love a house.
Yo, do you know?
For
And then God blesses you with peace of mind in a time.
In a time.
Like, and
You
then
know what I
you're
mean?
told,
It's confusing. All I'm saying is, it's confusing.
well,
It's very
I have
confusing.
an update from an earlier episode. Yeah. You guys remember the Pastor G?
You met Pastor G over the weekend?
No. So we had a family function at home. So my dad threw a party. And of course there are drinks. So some relatives and some friends are there. Yeah. We were just chilling. So the conversation, so my aunt said, oh, by the way, the party you threw, it wasn't much. The party you threw in March was super dope. But now there've been some rumors.
Pastor X.
Yeah, so Pastor X, sorry, yeah. So see, Pastor X and the other pastor were given a bottle of this new brandy my dad likes drinking. And they finished it. Because they the two pastors, shout out to them. So they went into the sitting room and then people are told that's the reverend's area. You guys can party anywhere else, but don't go there. So this two, Pastor X is a freelance pastor. Yeah, he has his own church. he's a pastor. And then the other guy
collects sadaka.
Yeah, the other guy is like under like an Anglican, you know.
Okay.
Like he's Amekwa, that is your church.
Okay.
So now, apparently there was a mama who went into the house and saw them drinking, and then now the rumor spread across. You know how in the village things just...
Yeah,
and then when they get to
wildfire.
person number 47...
It's a whole different story.
And
There
so
were
it
even
keeps changing.
strippers.
Everyone adds
Yeah,
flavor.
by the time in a figure, strippers
Yeah.
were dancing for the
Yeah, for the pastor. Talk for the pastor.
Yeah. So like apparently there was so my dad was talking and then someone told him, yo, by the way, you know, there's rumors spread around. So now in this party we threw last weekend, they narrowed it down to who it was. And now the whole family has beef with that person. Because they were not even invited for the party.
Yeah, because
But
now
they
they're
came
coming
and then
to-
collected the information.
Girl, yeah, and
'Cause
then-
You
I'm
a
dead serious.
hater.
Yeah. But I'll give you an update on whether Pastor X is fine.
Was Pastor X in the last because you guys met the other day? Was he there?
I don't know, he wasn't there. Pastor X Tim Noma Sana.
So who blessed the alcohol?
My dad, actually, they did those things for...
Your dad was the reverend.
It's so, you know, and then my dad
It's
opens the bar
genetic,
officially.
clearly.
Like you put
But you
on
know how
the...
dope it is that the pastor blesses the alcohol. That's fire.
No.
If you think about it,
That
yeah.
would be dope,
Because he's sent by the Spirit of God
No.
to come ordain the spiritual drink.
No, but even the Bible
Think about
says
it.
you can take a little wine with your food, but don't get drunk. So yeah.
So what's the
Drinking
point?
wine.
Yeah.
It's like you can do heroin but don't get high.
But don't get high. Yeah, what's the point? What's the point?
Anyway,
So
New Testament.
Pardon?
That's New Testament.
yeah.
Old.
It was revised, I guess.
who revised it?
So it's after the new...
So who revised it?
After Jesus came,
Yeah.
After
But Jesus came and said,
is
all this you've been
old.
reading is nonsense.
Yeah.
But now, in the Bible, it's still there.
Yeah.
And
So,
so pastors
then-
preach from it.
Okay, so
No, but
if
some
Jesus said that,
religions do follow
why
the Old
didn't they?
Testament.
Okay, so they would have just gotten
King
rid of
Prophet
it.
Owol,
Yeah.
They follow the Old
Why
Testament.
didn't they just
There's
get okay?
Maria,
They should have.
Wakorino.
If Jesus said
Old
it's null and void, then
Testament.
get rid of it. Like, why do we still have it then?
So then that's the old actually the old commandments. The 10 commandments are still there.
Even the 10 Commandments, some of them are just repeated. There's no need to
Like,
have
Maze,
10.
do not covet, Joe.
Yeah.
As we saw choppers, we were like, Maze, I want that.
Yeah.
And then now, shit, me sin.
But anyways, I think we have room. How long have we been rolling?
An hour plus. Damn.
Hey,
Okay, we can do
we
one
squeeze
more.
it. Let's try today. Let's do something stupid. We
Can
try
I just
squeeze
ask
in
one more
1 minute
question
stories.
before we continue?
1 minute?
Pardon?
One more question.
Okay.
What do you guys think about this fourth dimension, fifth dimension, up to 10th dimension kind of thinking, whereby when you die, get reincarnated, and then
That's nonsense.
the depending on the number of times you died, you become wealthy every time you get reincarnated. That's why the rich folks are trying to depopulate the earth or something like shit like that.
Hey, man, you've
What
watched
I say is,
Yeah, you
like,
know,
honestly,
Nah.
yeah, like honestly, I'd say genuinely, we don't have answers to these things. Not a single person has died and came back, except these fake pastors who resurrected. I've heard those stories.
Yeah.
But genuinely, no one has died and come back and said this is what happens when people die.
True.
but there's speculations.
Yeah.
So we should stop lying to people. Let's be honest with people. Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
What's the thing they said there? Known
It's like
knowns and
reincarnation.
unknown knowns and known unknowns and
Yeah.
known unknowns, knowns.
Yeah, it's like we went to this spiritual center in Westlands at some point
Yeah.
because we thought a spiritual center, we were like, I'm hoping it's not religious. It doesn't have like organization. It's just an open place for open to anyone across all whatever.
Yeah.
So now the beginning, then there's classes. That's when they begin to lose me. I'm like, "Sasa, now again, you're beginning now to tell me how to do sujinini, but then they don't force you, but they tell you. Then now there was she was trying to convince us about how reincarnation is real.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, then how do you explain maybe a baby who's born and maybe they're already afraid of things like fire and they don't know what fire is. It means in the previous life maybe they had an encounter with fire.
Those
got
things
burned.
freak me out.
You know, but I'm like,
That's
okay.
true, though. It's it can create curiosity.
I know
in
it creates
that
curiosity,
sense,
but
I
then,
think
but
in
you see
that
now
sense.
as well, then say I think.
Yeah.
But don't
tell
force
me
it on
it's
me
an
like,
automatic
oh yeah, you know what
conclusion.
this, you know what I mean?
So
Like,
it's like they say at if do you have a birthmark?
Yeah.
You? Not beauty spot birthmark, because I know men confuse that.
yeah.
I have a birthmark.
No, like for real. At your like I have one on my. So at your you have a nice birthmark. I'm
Mas is
like,
about to say his dick is a
birthmark.
birthmark.
I would never say
an
that. I'd
organ
never
of your
make a
body.
that's
It's not
a
a
terrible
birthmark.
joke.
Chaxy, do you have a
Creativity zero,
birthmark?
delivery zero.
I have a birthmark, yeah.
Okay,
This-
so they say
this one.
at where no, seriously, Chaxy, do you have a birthmark?
No, not that I know of.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they say at you, our reincarnation is at where your birthmark is, at is where you were stabbed in your previous life.
Funny, everyone dies from stabbing.
You know what I mean?
Apparently,
Everyone
if
with a
you
bad
have-
cab, everyone with a birthmark was stabbed.
Yeah,
Mine is over here.
me man, if I can't even tell you where mine are.
But we're going to
I
stab you up dash.
have like literally, I have two on top of my boobs. I have one on my tummy and I have one on my back.
That's too
Now
many.
I believe it. No, listen,
That's too
listen.
many, bro.
Listen,
That's
now
too
I
much
believe
pain.
it. Because I know Mariah in her previous life. Alichokisha tu mse ako like. What any bo?
Yeah, but so me, I'm all for. There's so many mysteries in the world that we don't have information about.
True.
Let's not lie to people that we know. No one knows about death and sujinini.
Yeah.
Bro, so it is what it is, man. I think you believe what you want to believe based on information, but yeah, you were saying something before.
I was saying, how many topics do you have left?
We have many. Ama we just go through take.
Yes,
Let's
say
do that.
something.
So we don't leave anything.
Snapshot. Chap, chap, chap.
So, so we have this one I'm skipping. Oh, Tems. The gig's not happening.
Oh, man.
Why am I not surprised?
Who knows what?
Faye, I told you guys, I had a feeling
yeah.
Fave
Nah,
happened.
it's not Fav. Come on, bro.
I have a feeling
So let me
Fave
tell you,
happens.
Fav didn't. Fav
So
didn't.
tell me 2 times amekula fair.
No, Tems alcohol fair.
Tems,
Sawa.
I'm to save 10K this month.
Yeah.
Asante Tems.
Like, and this is a thing that happens all the time, especially with Nigerian musicians. So they start popping, you agree on a fee, you book everything,
Suddenly.
you set up a gig, then they cancel on you.
Yeah.
Literally cancel on you.
That's unfortunate. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah. Kuna
When
mse-
you agree to the terms and conditions.
Yeah, I saw that. It agreed the terms and conditions.
Give her a proper pepe.
I just see, okay.
In
your tweet,
and
it
so
was on
what?
Twitter. It was on Twitter.
And
I saw it.
so what?
Kwanza, guess who? It was Kimanzi's.
Ah.
And so what?
He's on there. Upper.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Next time.
Then Andrew Kibe advised Bien to ditch Sauti Sol because he said Bien is Sauti
You
Sol.
can't put Andrew Kibe and
And
advice
so and then
in the
please.
same. Yeah.
One Bien is not Sauti Sol. Bien is part of Sauti Sol. Everyone in Sauti Sol pulls their weight.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Sorry.
I was just saying, fuck Andrew Kibe and the left.
Oh yeah.
1,000%. What your
Yeah, Kwanza.
Andrew Kibe and advice on the same.
But for some reason, I feel like Andrew Kibe and Mariah
Mariah
would be nice on the
Vera and
show.
rapping in the same sentence.
That's a Naivas and Tate.
Yeah, I know. I'm
That's
just like
a
doesn't
lie.
make yeah.
Oh my god.
Then the other one is so Kim Kardashian. She got paid $50K to promote some crypto whatever assets, but then when she posted online, she didn't say it was a paid partnership. So the SEC, which is a body in the states that regulates members of stocks and whatnot, they fined her $1 million USD.
Wow.
And this is because they're saying at this age of influencers, if you're pushing up people to buy a product, you should
have to
always
put a
say
disclaimer.
you are paid.
Yeah.
That's
to
if you
push
were
it.
paid, yeah.
Yeah, she was. So she was paid to
But
50
that's
shares
chump change.
per
She can pay
And
it.
maybe that's probably
Yeah.
why nowadays you see brands ask you to say paid partnership in all the posts and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because I believe because of consumerism and whatnot.
Yeah.
True.
I should be able to tell you
ethically,
the reason
yeah.
why I'm always drinking this gin is because they pay me,
Naliwa.
push
Yeah.
it to you, and I'd say personally, maybe now I can get into it. I enjoy it. It's a nice gin. Please try
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that changes the whole world of influencing.
I think, yeah,
and I
it's-
like how
yeah.
progressive things just
Are
get
getting.
going.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Kitambo people used to pretend it's not an ad.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but now my biggest problem with being an influencer and why maybe I've never even done it, I don't think I'll ever do it, is because at some point now, it just feels like Sasa, you're a
Like,
market.
yeah,
You become a
unauza-
market.
yeah,
Today you're
when
selling
it
a car,
goes.
tomorrow it's a beer, the next day,
And then
to me
you,
it's a
and
lot.
then you trying to convince me, like, there was a product that thingy, what's this chick's name? Aziad was selling, and she's like, oh, my dark spots Garnier is the. Everyone is just like, sis,
Yeah.
you know damn well. See Garnier imefanya hiyo kazi.
Yeah.
So please.
Yeah. I think it just goes back to honesty. It's the same thing with
Yeah.
even socialites. Like, you get your implants and everything, but don't lie to people.
Thank
I
you.
think you should own up because, again, many people get affected with these
True.
things. And, bro, if I had money and I was not comfortable about anything in my body,
change
if I wanted,
what I
I
need
could
to
change it, you know?
change.
But I think we should
So
be
we're
honest
getting the
about such
BBLs.
things. Huh?
We're getting the BBLs for Mike Check.
We're getting the BBLs, yeah.
Must be
'Cause that's how
BBL
we-
ndaka wapi?
Utakuwa kama
I'll
zile-
be
utakuwa kama
floaty.
mathri za coast. Goodness.
Next story. Alai was pushing for this, but basically a bunch of clubs were shortlisted as clubs that were asked to start closure because they're in residential areas. And of course, for some reason, kids are trying to do homework. You are playing kulos. People want to sleep, for obvious reasons.
I get you, yeah.
And a bunch of them, some of our favorite clubs where we go to, wanaambia wafunge. But then
They're not clubs, they're our networking stations.
there are networking stations. Some of our networking stations. But then I saw there was a tweet about, I think the shareholders have been called into a meeting.
Yeah,
And
see how they can improve
yes.
instead of shut
Yeah.
down.
But
Just,
also,
if you can soundproof your shit, just do
why
it.
don't you soundproof it?
Thank you.
To be honest, like there's the new joint on Mutangari Road that is just next to a rehab center.
Yeah.
Like it's in between a rehab center and a kindergarten school.
That's
A
what should be
club.
closed. No.
You know what I mean?
I get you. Someone is
Yeah.
recovering next door.
Me, I'd
Adapa
say
is
someone is
closer.
covering next door.
And then huku hivi wengine
You know, so
Like,
me,
that's
I'd
the
say
kind of
life,
this. For sure, I get the essence. Like, in residential areas, also, you just want to make it quiet. Because also,
Yeah.
you've had a long day sometimes.
That's when I sleep,
But
fam.
have your club, but just soundproof.
And even if it's soundproof, it's chaos because I'm
Tra-
just going to work. Maybe I'm a pilot. My flight is at 10. Now there's traffic on Othaya Road because
Niende.
everyone is here. But that's
No, but I'm
yeah,
like, it's fine to have
Traffic,
entertainment
commotion,
joints
nini.
around. Like it's okay. I mean, I want a place nearby where I can even walk to for a drink.
So,
but what
I'm
I'm saying
also
is,
thinking-
soundproof them. Like what's so hard?
No, and even mode of transport. Can you just tell people leave your car at home, get an Uber if you need to come?
Because of the traffic in residential area.
yeah, like it's
But I also feel like
unnecessary.
they should be zoned correctly. I feel like, okay, I know that the club space, the club owners and whatever, they're some of the most powerful and
people in
rich people.
government,
So
yeah.
that's why that area is so hard to regulate.
Yeah.
But I think like they should be zoned. There's no way where in a residential area you can have a capacity of like 300-400
clubs, and
people.
yeah, that's
You know,
impossible.
like zone it like a place ni for locals, maximum capacity
Moja.
60 people.
Yeah.
This one here,
Yeah.
0. This one here, 100 people max.
Yeah.
Because now, crazily, I won't judge the club, but you know it.
Yeah.
Ile kuna leta tatu.
Yeah.
Na
Yeah.
katikati ni N. Like, inakuwa imejaa.
Yeah.
Like, already there's like,
30,
what?
25-8. Mazi, that place is full.
Yeah. True, I agree with you.
25-8,
Oh,
like
no.
24/7.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I hear you. I
Yeah,
think there should
they
be
should zone,
definitely
yeah.
regulation. Just some bit of sanity. Like
So
I
that
don't,
you
I don't
have a
think-
local-
like it's not absurd. Like it's not something I saw and was like, oh shit, don't do it. You know what I mean?
They should hire us so that we can do like a table for them. Like capacity is this much, noise level, this decibels.
True.
And then you decide that's a tier 1 club, this is a tier 2. Alafu sasa kuna ile like in Westlands. Yeah, do whatever the fuck you
yeah,
want.
just do
Yeah,
what
like
you
if
need
it's
to
in
do.
commercial areas, you
Yeah,
do whatever
do
you
what
want.
need
Yeah.
to.
Then two more. One there was one. Omosh is depressed and broke.
When
You guys-
like unasumbua watu sasa.
Me, I
Ala.
think Omo should get some help, but not in the way he's seeking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah, we're not professionals, so we
But
can't
some-
be the people who decide whether he's
But
sad
see-
or he's not.
But to be,
We're the audience, so you'll tell us once, twice, thrice. It might be
We'll
true.
come through for
true
you,
all,
yeah.
all 3 times.
Yeah.
It might be lies all 3 times. You're not the people. people have come through for you. So I think maybe people close to him need to get him some professional help.
True. I think he needs help because for sure he has a drinking problem. And then he has a big irresponsibility problem and he can't manage money because people came through for Mosh.
Yeah.
He was built a house. So now he's broke and depressed. And again, it's because of money things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Omosh just needs help. And what the help he needs is professional. He doesn't need money.
It's not us.
Because I'm like, how many times are we going to send Omosh money?
Yeah.
You know? Mpaka kuna time there was the joke of, I think in our deductions.
Pay NSSF
then Omosh.
That was a funny time on Twitter.
Yeah, it was a funny time on Twitter. You know what I mean? And then lastly, Muhoozi Museveni Jr. This name is too long. So Museveni Jr. had a Jabba moment, and he was tweeting about how he just needs 2 weeks he'll capture Nairobi. And then it's like, also when I capture Nairobi, where will my wife and I, where should we live, Westlands or Riverside? And then he just went on a whole.
And then he said he'll make EAC one country, and then his father will be president, of course.
Yeah.
And then Ruto will be deputy, and then Uhunye will be minister of foreign
affairs.
I'm like, what is wrong with you, bwana? Banange. Mr. General me too.
I think we can end it.
Yeah,
I'm struggling. I've really struggled. I've really struggled, bro.
Yeah,
we're deflated. Yeah, but episode 34, Mark check.
It's a rap cat, Moe.
Over 26.
This is
This is the Brunch Club. Over 26.
Welcome back to
The mics are closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.